What's going on, guys? This is Cole, aka Proximitty, bringing you a brand new video today. Today we are taking a look at some Halo Infinite training mode. We are going to talk about how we can possibly use this new feature to help improve before we, start playing matchmaking. Oh, look at this, caution wood floor. So I'm currently playing the Halo Infinite technical preview. They have training mode available to us right now, which is a really awesome feature. So currently there are no bots on the map, and I'm kind of just jumping around. But you'll see that I can just pull up my start menu and go ahead and have, the training options, and there's a lot to look at. I have a lot of things I can do. For one, I can pull out the repulsor, which is this, thing that we saw in the preview. You can use that to, jump off stuff and, push enemies away from yourself. That's just something I wanted to talk about real quick. But how can we use this to get better? Now, I've spent a lot of time shooting bots in my life, but I did it playing Call of Duty. I used to compete in Call of Duty back in the day. They always had bots to shoot, which is really, really nice. So now you can see I'm going to drop some bots in here. And okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Obviously, it's okay, well, sure, you can turn on bots, and then you have low stakes things to shoot at, which is of course going to help you get better at the game. But that's not really what I'm talking about. How can you use this situation to get better? How can you actually use the bots here to improve? What are things that you can try to look at? What did I look at when I was doing it in Call of Duty? What am I planning on looking at when I do it here in Halo? Because I think it's a great tool to help yourself improve. If you're starting, if you're pretty experienced, either way, I think there's some value to it. Whether it be shot repetition, whether it be awareness that you can improve on, whether it be your mechanics in general, your movement, your shot. Obviously, you have a lot of opportunities here. So, for one thing, I would say, initially you can always turn on bots, and one of the great things about this feature is that it does not end. There is no score limit, there is no time limit, so you can always turn on the bots and spend as much time as you need to get yourself warmed up. Wow, I just... that bot didn't even make his jump. So you can spend as much time as you need to get warmed up, get yourself feeling good, and once your thumbs start feeling good, once your sensitivity starts feeling good, then a great way to actually start improving is by leveling up the bots. There's multiple difficulties to the bots, so I'm gonna actually turn some teammates on just so I can simulate a more realistic in-game setting. I'm not shooting at 1v4. So I had them on very low difficulty. Let's bump them up to a more higher difficulty. You can have them on Spartan, which is the most difficult, but let's just go ahead and bump it up to ODST. So far, I found that ODST seems to be a pretty good difficulty. Actually, probably my favorite to use, just because they move around a lot more like normal players, but they're also not just peeling you, because the Spartan difficulty ones don't miss, which is a good thing. We're gonna get to that. You definitely want that level of difficulty to be an option to help you train. So as you can see here, I'm gonna keep running around and just shooting my gun. If at any point you think to yourself, well, okay, I feel pretty good with my BR, but what about my sidekick? The sidekick's a very difficult weapon, so you can always just pull up your start menu here, immediately go and change whatever you'd like to pull out your weapon. I can have a sniper. Let's do a sniper and a sidekick here. Let's just have a little bit of fun with that. If you want to have some fun just shooting bots with any weapon you want, you can always do that. But if you want to actually try to get better with this, training facility as well, which I guess is the point, because it is supposed to be the training course or whatever. You want to try to use it to actually help yourself get better, and a great way to do that again is to just obviously use your guns, make sure you're feeling good, and then go ahead and bump up the difficulty and see how you're doing. Okay, so you can always switch weapons in practice. Hitboxes are so small in this game, that's just crazy. I love it, that's great. This is a great reason why we have the training course, because it's a great opportunity to practice that sort of thing. So, I'll keep that combo. Now, another thing you're gonna wanna do, once, I think it's important though, not to just get comfortable. It's really easy to put on music and start chilling and shooting bots, which is what I would recommend you do when you're trying to do this sort of thing. You kind of want to learn to love the process. It's definitely not something, if you're trying to, depending on what you're trying to work on, for me, my big focus would be, I want to try to just work on my shot and my repetitions, and it's a great way to kind of work on your free throw, kind of get those repetitions, just do your normal thing. These sort of normal fights that you're gonna find yourself in, right here, that's a pretty normal situation. I'm getting sniped by the bots. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back to the BR. Let's just do that real quick. So once you're getting kind of a feel of that and you're getting those repetitions in, so then how are you gonna use this to your advantage? So one, I would say, make sure you're not just running around pushing buttons all right, I want to start going for perfect kills. That's what I'm gonna do right here, right? I'm gonna sit here and try to just go for perfect kills. So right now I have them on ODST difficulty. That's important to keep in mind, because if it's not working for you, whatever you're trying to focus on, well, let's say I'm gonna just try to go for perfect kills, which there's so much more to Halo than perfect kills, but we'll just use that as an example, right? All right, so I'm doing my thing. All right, no perfect kill there, but whatever. I'm just focused on perfect kills. Let's just say that's what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna keep on trying to focus on perfect kills. I'm not getting perfect kills, but hey, I'm hitting some pretty good shots. That's okay. This is good practice. Still, that's my goal at the moment. This is just an example again, but you know, if I'm struggling to do it and ODST is not working, this guy's already weak, so you know, I'm not gonna be able to perfect kill him. There we go. So like, you know, okay, cool. This is, you know, going all right. Let's say if ODSTs were too hard for you, you can always bump it down to the previous difficulty of bots. And that's one of the great things about this training mode. And you can do it instantly. There's no delay. You just go to your training options, select your difficulty, and you're back in the game, which is great. So, you know, use the appropriate difficulty. Whatever seems like an appropriate challenge for you is what I would recommend. But once it starts getting easy and once you start frying, like, there's gonna come a time, if you do this enough, if you practice enough, you're chilling there, you're listening to Donda, you're listening to CLB, whatever it is you like listening to. I listen to neither of those albums personally, but whatever it is you like listening to, right? So you're chilling. You're like, man, I'm starting to get really good at this, because you have them set to recruit, or you have them set to marine, or whatever it is. Maybe it's ODST. Maybe you spend enough time in ODST is not challenging enough for you. Then you need to bump it up. You're not going to get better when you start. What you're going to do is actually get way worse. And I know that sounds like, what do you mean? Because you're going to end up getting this rhythmic state of just frying bots that are never, ever, ever going to pose a threat to you. And it's really fun. There's some satisfaction to it because you're just running around, you're hitting nice, clean shots. Everybody likes doing that. Like, that just feels good. Good 1, 2, 3, 4, get the kill. Feels real nice. You know, real smooth. Everybody loves that. But then, you know, there's a time you need to make sure you're actually encouraging yourself to have to use your brain, to have to use your muscles. And again, you know, when you're playing against bots like this, you're not going to be able to, like, improve necessarily your 4v4 awareness. You're going to have a harder time improving on in-game meta-game choices, prioritizing the objective, power weapon control. That stuff's going to be a little bit tougher. But let's just say you're trying to focus on your shot. Like, this is a great opportunity to do that. And, you know, it's important you are challenging yourself. So, like, okay, this ODST stuff's getting pretty easy. Let's bump it up. The Spartan difficulty is significantly noticeable to the lower difficulties. So, you know, let's check that out. Let's check that out. All right, now I want to make sure, like, I'm feeling pretty good in that previous one. I've got my sensitivity figured out. I'm feeling pretty confident. Man, I'm starting to think I'm pretty good at Halo Infinite. Like, now you need to be checking, you know, how's it going to go against the Spartan bots? And then I would recommend, you know, if you can get into the mode where you're able to do this against the Spartan bots and you're feeling pretty confident and you're feeling pretty good, I would recommend, I haven't gotten the chance to do this because we just got our hands on the flight, but what I used to always do back in Call of Duty, you know, if you want to take it serious, you know, whatever level of commitment you have to it, just for fun, you really want to get good at it, shoot your bots, man. Shoot your bots. Get online. Maybe make it 100 bots a day. I need to get 100 kills against bots a day. Whatever it is I need to do, you know, in this case maybe it's 20 minutes of bots. Like, just like take it seriously. You can use this training mode as a really nice area, like an actual, like, kind of in the gym sort of Halo type game type where you can really just get your repetitions in, not worry about anybody looking at you, not worried about anybody shitting on you and teabagging you. You're really just trying to, like, work on yourself, work on your craft. You know, it's a great tool. I think you can really use it to your benefit. I'm dealing with the Spartan bots and I'm taking care of it. And, like, the reason I think it's really important, obviously the Spartan bots are more difficult, but you want to make sure you're staying on your toes and you want to make sure that you're not just getting really bad habits, because more so than, like, the fact that the Spartans will shoot back at you, it's just about the fact that you know that you can't walk at them and just shoot your gun. You really will develop such horrible habits doing that. But yeah, then I would say, you know, if you find this to be a pretty good practice for you, like, okay, I can see the value that this is bringing to my game. These repetitions help my shots in these, like, normal scenarios where I find myself in Halo games. I kind of constantly find myself having to take this type of fight or this type of fight. And getting in there and shooting bots, like, helps you get those repetitions. Obviously, I'd recommend doing that. I try to add that into your daily routine if that's maybe your warm-up. Maybe you do a cooldown. I played soccer growing up. Played it very competitively, took it very seriously, was always on club teams that had multiple trainings a night and all that. Yo, I got fried. So there's a great example of the Spartan level bot. My shots were good there. They were fine. They were on the Spartan. I didn't hit a clean 4-shot, and therefore I died. That's a good reason to be playing against the Spartan bots. Playing against Marine bots, you might think, well, hey, my reticle never left that guy. Even if I hit 4-shot, like, that was going to be maybe a 5-shot kill for me. Like, why are you settling for that, you know? Go for the 4-shot kill. Like, try to, you know, push yourself. I was on soccer teams growing up. At our practices, we always had a big warm-up with the team, and then we just had a cool-down together. It's just part, you know, it can be part of your process. A cooldown's always like a nice part where you can maybe take your foot off the gas a little bit and try to think about, one, a cooldown's actually like a, you know, thing to like relax your muscles, but we'd also do cooldown drills, something a little bit more chill. And it's a time to, like, you know, remind yourself that you aren't always working hard. You're trying to enjoy the game, but you're also trying to like get yourself out of it, and also maybe just reflect on what you were doing, what you were working on that day. You know, if you're trying to get online and get better at the game, for me, I always found it pretty important to try to have a goal each day. Like, obviously you want to get better, but you know, if you think you have multiple things that you need to work on, if you think my movement needs work, my shot needs work, my awareness needs work, I liked to try to, you know, get online and say, okay, I'm gonna focus on my awareness. And so I would try to learn, you know, I try to focus on what can I pay attention to like improve my awareness and all that stuff. So if it's just a day you're working on your shot, that's fine. You know, just try to be productive with your time. I would say just like try to be deliberate. I think that's really valuable. And I think that the training mode is a great tool that's going to allow us to do that pretty frequently. This is an amazing, you know, custom game tool. You can just shoot bots all day. Like I said, there's an infinite timer. There's an infinite scoreboard. So you're just relaxing, getting the feel of these weapons. Want to work on your sniper's not really feeling it? Well, guess what? They got a sniper for you. All you gotta do is hit start and enable that beast. And you're in there, you know? So that's great. I think that's awesome. And yeah, I can literally accidentally get back into doing this for like another half hour straight. It's actually really addicting. It's really fun. I think it's really smooth. Personally, again, I have always liked doing stuff like this. I think it's valuable to adding repetitions. You know, when you're actually in a game and you want to try to win, it's important to like be invested in the moment and actually paying attention to what's happening. It's not all about shooting your gun, but getting some of these repetitions in that will be, you know, come in handy when those times in the games come up that I'm talking about. You know, oh, I'm really good at hitting these shots from like this fight right here. I'm good at taking this fight maybe because I spent a lot of time shooting bots. And so when it comes up in matchmaking or in a competition or whatever it is you're trying to do, playing against your friends, you're more prepared because you've gotten to practice that more. So another one, you know, not a final thing. I mean, I could probably talk about this all day, but since we're here, another thing about the training mode thing I got to talk about, you know, there's the battle rifle's a 4-shot, so let me actually put the bots down to a lower. Let's set them back to Marine real quick, just so we can take a look at the bots here. The battle rifle, somebody in my chat earlier, I was streaming, twitch.tv/Proximitty, by the way, come check me out. So, yeah, in order to get a 4-shot like that, you have to make sure all 12 bullets land. So there's an easy way to hit a quote 4-shot, and then like you can do it like this, where it's like, okay, that was 4 shots, right? But like he's not even 1 shot. That's because you have to land all 12 bullets. Now that might seem obvious to a lot of people, like, yeah, of course, dude. But that said, when you can see, you know, as you're shooting the bots, you can set it to a really low difficulty if you need to, but you can see where the bullet's doing damage. See the part that, you know, lights up, it glows on them as I shoot them. This is a really great use of the training mode, is to focus on how you're landing your shots. You know, if you want to get better with the battle rifle, for example, which I'm going to assume is going to be something that a lot of people are interested in doing, is, you know, getting better with the battle rifle. You're going to want to learn how your bullets are landing. You're going to need to learn how this gun shoots. You're going to want to pay attention to, like, the pace in which your bullets are landing. So you need to, like, keep your reticle on them longer. Make sure you're paying attention to how long you're keeping the reticle on their head and stuff. Like, all of that matters. So if you really want to start paying attention to, like, why is my battle rifle not killing? Why am I not hitting my clean 4 shots? Even though, like, I feel like I'm hitting 4 shots, but, like, if you're not actually landing all 12 bullets, you need to make sure you're practicing keeping your reticle really steady and keeping it on them for the duration of all 4 bursts. And yeah, so that's why I would recommend perfect kill hunting. It can turn into a bad habit if you're only focused on, like, shooting 4 clean shots. Like, get the kill first and foremost. Don't worry about it being pretty. but it will help you with your efficiency when you're paying attention to landing all 4 bullets from all 3 bullets from all 4 bursts, rather than like trying to like flick, get a shot repeatedly. You want it to be smooth. So yeah, I'll see if I can hammer off a couple more perfects real quick. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do here. So yeah, you gotta really try to keep it steady on them for the entire 12 bullets. I know that makes sense at this point, probably I've said it enough, but it's difficult enough, it's worth paying attention to it and practicing, because obviously you want the optimal time to kill when it comes to like matchmaking and playing against opponents. You're trying to get kills, you want to kill them as fast as possible, you want to make sure you're hitting your shots. So it's really important that you spend time, get a good feel of the VR, how it handles, how it shoots, so you can be ready to do that when the time comes. So, great example right there. You can see me shoot him in the leg a couple times, you know. My first 6 shots from the leg, my last 6 shots were, you know, towards the upper body. This is such a great practice tool. I mean, if you wanted to do this in matchmaking, even if you know, if you wanted to go to social, just you're like, I just want to be able to shoot my gun and try to just get clean shots going with my VR. You know, I want to feel like I'm getting consistent with the battle rifle. I want to feel like I'm getting a feel for it. You'd have to go into social, you'd have to try to get a match, and then it'd be over after 50 kills. So pretty soon you'd be right back at the search screen. You know, and maybe one map you're getting dunked on, but here you have the all day you can hang out. You can, that's what I'm saying, like you can hang out, you can relax, you can practice, you can just try to improve your shot, get your burst down so you're landing all of your bullets in your burst, all that. It's all really valuable, and this is, I think, going to be an amazing tool to help people fast track some of those basic mechanics. You know, just working on that shot and trying to get that more stable. Yeah, I mean, I wish I had this a long time ago in Halo. We didn't. I'm thankful it showed up now. Way better late than never. But, you know, like, I would do this sort of thing, and I'd have to do it in matchmaking, and that's just what it was. You know, I'm not complaining at all. Still love Halo. But, yeah, you know, gotta learn about getting consistent with that stuff. So as you can see here, I'm in that flow. I'm getting all them perfect kills. Great work. Now I'm going to sit here and put the bot difficulty back up to, Spartan. So now, yeah, I don't want to get in that flow state of just like, oh dude, I'm so good, look at me just shooting 4 shots consistently, I finally got it down, all it took me was 20 minutes. And no, like, you got to go back. It's you're not done. Get back on the line, keep shooting them free throws, bro. You got work to do. Oh my god, see, got gunned. This is what we need. Can't let myself sit there and think that people are just gonna walk in a straight line, let me form every time. Oh man, I'm sitting there really good. No, you gotta get back. Use it wisely. You have this training mode to your, you know, to help you. You gotta make sure you're not letting it hurt you. That's all I'm saying. Whoa, aim assist got stuck in the background. Okay, I'm gonna stop touching this, because I think we got my point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys. Take it easy. This stuff's really addicting. It's really hard to put down because it's really easy. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I gotta hit pause. I'll stop. All right, take it easy, guys. Much love.